Good morning, students. Saira. Hope you all are doing well. Students, today in this class, we are going to learn a new skill of writing. In the last few classes, we have learned how to write letter, how to write story, articles. But now, today, we are going to learn how to write a descriptive paragraph. Now, what is description? Paragraph we know when we write stanzas, that is known as paragraph. But what is description? A description is a set of characteristics by which someone or something can be recognized. We can describe people, places, and events. By describing them, we can make a sketch in words so that the reader is able to get a clear picture of the described object. A good description creates a clear mental image in the mind of the reader. So now we get to know that when we describe a set of sentences, describe the characteristics of a person or something through which we can make a direct picture in the mind of a person who is reading that. That is known as description when we describe anything. Now, what is descriptive paragraph? A descriptive paragraph is a collection of multiple sentences to convey a distinct message. Distinct means a message can be of a single person, place, or thing. It begins with a descriptive sentence that clearly states the topic that will be rolled out in the following sentence. A well written descriptive paragraph pulls in all five senses to engage the reader. So, descriptive paragraph it can be is a multiple sentence and it convey a simple message, a simple and a very clear, crisp message to the reader, and the reader can read about a single person, about the place or event. When we describe a person, about any single person and his multiple qualities in him, that is called description. We are giving his description about any place which we have visited, about any event which we have witnessed. So it can be about anything. And always remember that descriptive paragraph or descriptive essay or writing always start with the actual topic, and then in a few coming paragraphs that particular topic will be discussed briefly. Now, a well written, a good descriptive paragraph will engage all the five senses. Five senses: smell, ears, your sight, your listening, your taste, your smell. All these five senses will be involved. Why? Because when we are going to describe something to a person, we have to make a mental picture in his mind through the use of figurative language or through the use of simple language. Now, there are certain points to keep in mind. Let us discuss that also. A descriptive paragraph describes a person, a place, or a thing so that the reader can picture it in his or her mind. While we read someone's description, a clear picture is made in our mind about that person, about that personality of that person. Why? Because the description is given in such a way. So always remember that description should be in such a way that a picture is made in the mind of a person, of the reader who is reading that description. Second point says that describes how something or someone look or feel. Describes, descriptive paragraph always describe that how something or someone look or that feels. Descriptive paragraph let the reader touch, taste, see, hear, and smell what you are describing. That we have discussed earlier also, that it includes five senses. So these are the five senses are involved when we are describing or the reader is reading the descriptive paragraph. It creates a sensory image on the reader's mind, that is, it paints a picture on the mind of the reader through the use of words. Now, there are certain characteristics of a good descriptive paragraph that are: good descriptive writing includes many vivid sensory detail that paints a picture and appeals to all of the reader senses. That means that if once a reader started to read, he or she will not be able to remove his eyes because he is totally involved in that descriptive paragraph. Good descriptive paragraph often make use of figurative language because we are comparing in that, such as simile and metaphor analogies. Why? Just to help the reader to paint a picture in his mind. We should use precise language and very simple language. Use specific adjectives and noun and strong action to give life to the picture we are painting in the mind of the reader. Descriptive writing is very organized. Descriptive paragraph can be about three things. It can be about people, it can be about place, it can be about events. So one by one we are going to see that how or what points we should keep in our mind while describing people, place or events. So let us start with the first thing, that is when we are describing people. So the description of people is a biographical sketch. Biographical, that we are giving from his birth till present date, what he has done and what he is actually doing, about his personality. So biographical sketch of their lives from birth to the present time, highlighting major events. So whatever major events have taken in the place of that person, we have to describe that also. And achievement which he has achieved in his life, we have to write that also. In short, that descriptive paragraph should entail a person's characteristics and events an important event which has taken place in the life and what effect they have shown in that life of that person. We have to describe that also. So what are the important points we should keep in mind? First of all, the name, then the social status or the role or the profession of that person, his appearance like looks, features, cloth, height, health. Then we have to describe the characteristics like qualities, what are the very positive quality of that person, how his attitude toward other people. Then we have to write the opinions of others about him. We should not include our own opinion about the person, and it is always, just remember this, that while writing a descriptive paragraph, we are not allowed to give our own opinion. We don't have to include our opinion while writing a descriptive paragraph. And the last two important thing, that is his intellectual qualities and emotional and moral qualities should be defined while writing about that particular person. So this was about describing people. Now when we are describing event, sorry, while describing an event, always use past tense because you have actually attended that event. Now you are going to describe it. So always remember that whenever you are describing event, you have to use past tense. And the following points should be taken into consideration. That is, first of all, the name of the event, when did it happen, what happened, give details, each and every time, what happened there, how many peoples were there, what actually it was about, and what was the main motto of that event, who were the people involved, why was the event important, who was the chief guest, and what message was given by the chief guest. This are the all points which should be there in your describing event paragraph. Now the last is describing place. While describing place, these are the important points that we should keep in our mind. That is name of the place, location, history of that place, what does it look like, the size, the appearance, the atmosphere, the surrounding of that place, why that place is special, and Do you like that place? Yes or no, you have to mention that. And will you recommend other people to visit it? These are the point you should remember while writing about the place or describing about the place. Now, the format. The format says while you write about anything, it is people, it's about describing a person, place, or event, the format should be like this. When we start writing, the first sentence will be about the topic sentence. It is the sentence which introduces the main idea of the paragraph. Second is supporting details. After that, all the details will come. They come after the topic sentence, making up of the body of the description. All the description about the place, the event, or the person should be there. Give all the details and ideas to support the main idea. At last will come your closing sentence. Closing sentence, this is going to be the last sentence. It restate the main idea and sum up the thoughts using different words. These are certain important point sorry that we should keep in our mind. That is a simple description of feature or characteristics of the topic. You should always give simple description. You should not use very difficult language while writing a descriptive paragraph. Always use simple language. Always give simple words so it look beautiful and easy to the reader. And always avoid giving your own opinion. Always stick to the facts, not your interpretation of them. What do you think? That is not necessary over there. What is actually what is actual, what is actually factual, you should write that only. Your own point of view in descriptive paragraph is not needed. Always use short sentences. Be very specific. What you are saying, just stay on that. Don't write a full story. Only fact should be there. Speculation, what you are thinking about that thing, you should not write that. So while describing a place, there are also certain points to remember. Break the description into 2 to 3 paragraphs. It is important to ensure continuity in the paragraph. There should be the continuity in the paragraph. It should not look like one is stating something else, second is stating something else. The continuity should be there. Describe one aspect of the place in each paragraph. Now let us see an example while describing a person. These are the example of when you describe a person. Like if you're describing your favorite dancer. So I have come across many dancers in my life. Now how you have to write, see here, this is an example and it will help you out while writing or describing about a person. I have come across many dancers in my life and fond of most, but Madhuri Dixit is my favorite. She is an Indian dancer. So now, as you can see in the first line, as the question was this, that you have to describe your favorite dancer. So the person have written, I have came across many dancers, and what is my favorite is Madhuri Dixit. And in the second coming paragraph, the person have given full details and description of that dancer, that she is an Indian actor. She has been praised by critics for her dancing skill. When she dances, her movement sway the air. I have watched all her movies in which she gave superb dancing performance. She speaks very well through her dance posture. It seems that she has dance in her DNA. So as you can see that the main thing we are speaking, we are not giving our own interpretation in it. We are giving the fact that yes, it is true. It is not being seen by us. It is true. Even everyone say this. So this is a fact. That's why it is mentioned here. We are not giving our own opinion in this. She dances collectively, but if we go into deep, we will discover that every part of her body is dancing individually. In 2008, she was awarded the Padma Shri by the government of India. By this, the person has described his favorite dancer into 100 to 150 words. Now, if we see the second example, that is, write a short descriptive paragraph on the famous Indian scientist Sir C.V. Raman in 100 to 150 words on the basis of the following inputs. That means a box full of hints are given here, and we have to form a descriptive paragraph based on this. So let us see how we have to write this. Sir Chandrasekhar Venkat Raman, born on 7th November 1888 in the former Madras province of India, was an Indian physician who carried out groundbreaking work in the field of light scattering. He discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, some of the deflected light changes wavelength. This phenomena of Raman effect earned him the 1930 Nobel Prize for Physics. Now, this was the first paragraph which is describing about Chandrasekhar Raman, C.V. Raman, when he was born and where he lived, what was his main job, what he actually achieved in his life, and what he invented, and he be awarded. Now, in the second, this will continue in the second paragraph also. How? Let us see. Raman was honored with a large number of honorary doctorates and membership of scientific societies. He was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society earlier in his career in 1924 and knighted in 1929. He later resigned from the fellowship in 1968 for reason unrecorded, the only Indian FRS ever to do so. In 1954, India honored him with the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, and celebrate National Science Day on 28th February of every year to commemorate the discovery of the Raman effect in 1928. Raman breathed his last on 21 November 1970. So this is how, through the help of the hints which is given in this box, you can form a descriptive paragraph. So this was all today that we learned how to write a descriptive. With this, we have completed writing skill, that is about descriptive paragraph. We have learned how to write descriptive paragraph, what are the important points, and I hope you have understood about this also. So with this, we end our class for today. Thank you, students. Take care.